Hi, this is Marcia, and this is part three of the six-part series of getting started from teaching from home. Next, I want to talk about connecting with students. In this time where we're so used to seeing our students all the time face to face, it's going to be a little bit different having to do it virtually. So I want to talk about ways that you can make sure that you still build a connection with your students, even if you're not in the same location. So I'm going to go through three key aspects. Number one, set up office hours. Number two, what we're going to talk about next is we're going to talk about video conferencing and what that looks like. And number three, I like this one, US Mail. Sometimes there are going to be glitches in the system, and I'm going to talk about how US Mail could actually be one thing that we're actually seeing happening with our students to kind of make sure we still have that connectivity with them. All right, office hours. Really think about setting up office hours for your students, meaning create a schedule, post your schedule. Here's the hours that I'm going to be online. I'm still going to be there grading, but there are these hours I'm specifically going to be sitting at my computer working with you. So if you have any questions, you can jump on, you can ask me, you can chat back and forth with me through any of the platforms that you're currently using. I like to make sure the kids know specifically, maybe have in the morning hours and then have afternoon and then sometimes have evening hours. It's okay. But one thing you definitely want to make sure though is that you check with your other colleagues in your school. You don't want everybody doing office hours from 8 to 12, and that's the only time kids can go in and ask questions. So you really want to make sure that you talk with your team about who's setting up office hours so everybody can kind of work together. Share out the virtual links with the students through Google Classroom, Schoology, Canvas, OneNote Classroom. You guys set up where the kids actually get those links. And every time I'm going to be out there, I'm going to just send it out as a reminder, as a notification. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow at 8, I'm going to be online. Or, hey, we have a virtual meeting, so here's the link. So definitely send out those reminders. The next thing I want you to do is practice. Take time. Practice your sound. Can they hear you? Can they see you? Are all your materials ready to go? So you definitely want to take time practicing so that the kids know exactly what to look for. Watch your background. I created a little recording studio here, but at the same time, watch what's going on in the background. Like, is there stuff that you don't want the kids to see? Is it a kind of a messy cabinet? That's stuff the kids just kind of pay attention to. So clean up your space, get ready to do those virtual calls. Last but not least, make sure you allow time for questions. Even though when you're in a classroom, we always say to pause, you need to pause longer when the kids are actually online because they might be typing. They might be like going, I don't know, wait, I can't unmute myself. So make sure you add in that extra pause time. It might feel weird, but set your timer for a minute and just kind of wait and see what kids are going to either post questions in the chat room or respond back with you. Be ready for glitches, meaning make sure you're ready for when Wi-Fi goes down. So be prepared to go back in and record your videos when you need to. All right, next, your virtual call options. There are so many different virtual call options that I like to use. My number one thing I want to talk about is I use a virtual call with the tie-in of Pear Deck. I like using Pear Deck because it is going to have the students interacting with my slides and presentations. So if you were online with me right now, I would have you be going into Pear Deck and you'd be answering questions, you'd be drawing things, you'd give me your feedback, and it's really quick and it's instantaneous. So I like having Pear Deck running right beside my virtual call. Some of the virtual calls are Zoom.us. I like it because it makes it easy. I go in, I open up my virtual call in Zoom, I hit record, we do our meeting back and forth. When I'm done, I hit end, and it automatically downloads, and then I can upload it right to Google Classroom. Skype is good as well. Skype has a really good platform for virtual meetings. Facebook Live, you never know. That might just be something that works for you. You know how to do it, so why don't you just go with it? If that's something you feel passionate about and you know how to do it. Google Hangout is another one. These are just some of the ones that I'm familiar with, so feel free to go in and explore. But these are one of the tops that I would recommend to anybody who's getting started. The last thing I want to talk about is that US Mail. Yes, you might need to start sending regular mail letters. Why? Because kids might not have internet. You might have to send them some activity sheets. You might have to send them some checklists to complete while they're at home. So don't be afraid to send things through the mail. Another thing would be just sending a friendly note. This is a tough time for everybody, including students, including parents, including the community. So sending a note saying, hey, I'm thinking of you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you back in my classroom. Good luck with this. We're going to get through it together. Simple messages back and forth. They're going to really be heartfelt, and it's going to be a nice little surprise for the kids when they go out to the mailbox. I know of one school that is doing this already, and I want to make a shout out to them. This is coming from Rennell Elementary at Cy-Fair ISD. I love it that Meredith Akers and her team have already sent out cards to the students saying, we can't wait to see you back. They also did one more thing. This is a little bonus. I saw this today on Twitter. That's why you should get on Twitter. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But what they're doing on Twitter is the teachers are doing the mask reader, where they actually go and they put like a little sticker over their face and they read a book, and the kids have to guess which teacher it is. Guys, there's so many fun things we could do. Let's start by learning how to do virtual calls, how to record. We got this. All right, that was part 3 of a 6-part series. The next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be a fun one. You're going to love this. It's free resources, different tech tools that you can use in your planning your lessons. All right, I'll see you in a few.